Day one of the Elite 11 finals is complete. The 25th anniversary out here in the Los Angeles suburbs. That's Cooper Patagna. He's Andrew Ivins. I'm Steve Wiltfong. And 24/7 Sports #1 ranked recruit Dylan Raiola, the Georgia commit, as advertised tonight.
He was, right? We had Caleb Williams, potential #1 pick out here throwing. He was one of the college counselors. I thought Dylan Raiola has the closest arm to him out here, right? Made things look relatively easy. Just routes on air, stationary throws at time. But, I mean, Dylan, it popped off his arm. He made all the throws. Didn't win the rail shot challenge there at the end. I think they had kind of a little chip on his back. They were looking to throw him out, but it was an impressive performance. I mean, it lived up to the hype. Everyone at check-in was talking about Dylan Raiola. He had the target on his back, and I thought it was an all-around solid performance for him.
Another big arm, another great performance tonight, Cooper. Luke Kromenhoek, Florida State bound. What'd you love about Luke's game?
Well, we had him circled coming into the night, and this was a guy 6'3", 190 pounds, former receiver, right? But he came in 3-level passer, live arm, and I think when you leave tonight, it's only night 1 of 3. This was a guy that I thought was the second most talented quarterback in the country, certainly in this event. There was a lot of praise coming into it. He can do a little bit of everything. He can play with touch. I think he's further in his physical development than we gave him credit for. I think he showed that tonight. I'm excited about him. It's a huge get for Mike Norvell and Florida State. I think they have a potential difference maker in Luke Kromenhoek.
Yeah, and I was talking with Luke's dad before the event got underway, and he said Luke's up to 200 pounds, and they've been really focused on the lower half. I thought that showed up, and you mentioned the pace on the ball. I mean, he was letting it rip. You're down on field level, and then you go up in the stands and then back down on field level. I mean, the arm pops for sure.
Speaking of arm popping and programs that should be excited about their quarterback, how about Sonny Dykes, TCU, the fit that they have coming in Hoss Haney? I thought he was electric tonight. I thought he showed that he could make all the throws. I thought the off-platform stuff, showing his athletic ability, how fluid he is as an athlete. I think he's going to absolutely shine in that Horned Frogs offense. Andrew, Michigan and Ohio State should be excited about the guys they got coming around.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cooper, pointed this out. I think it was last month, right? It's kind of a rivalry. We go back to the Elite 11 Atlanta Regional, and it was those two side by side in line. And Aaron Nolan kind of outshined Jaden Davis that day. Well, here tonight, Jaden Davis pointed it out during check-in, hey, everyone's kind of forgot about me, right? And I thought he had a great performance. I thought, the ball wasn't ever really on the ground. And then Aaron Nolan himself, it seems like every time we see Aaron Nolan, he's like an inch taller, right? He's a big guy out there. I mean, the only left-handed guy here. Quick release, getting it to all different levels. I mean, they were doing a little rollout, corner shot, and he hit 3 in a row that were awesome to watch. So interested to see how those two play out. Again, as Cooper pointed out, this is night 1, right? But I thought those guys were kind of neck and neck, and I thought this was a nice little rebound from Jaden Davis.
Jaden Davis made one of those throws in the rail shot challenge, and one of the coaches yelled, "Whoever you think you are, he is," talking about Jaden Davis. And both those young men are great leaders. Staying in the Big Ten, Cooper, I know you like Daniel Kaelin, Nebraska bound.
Listen, a lot of people are going to talk about Dylan Raiola, rightfully so, right? Georgia, Nebraska, a handful of other programs involved with Dylan Raiola. I don't think a lot of people talked about Daniel Kaelin, right? Out of the state of Nebraska, 6'3", big arm, big frame. I think he showed it tonight. A little bit of up and down, which is kind of what we expected. But listen, he's got some things to clean up mechanically with the footwork. The positive thing about that, they're all coachable, right? And he's got traits that you can't teach. I think that arm pop. Matt Rule, this is one that I think when you look back in 3 or 4 years, I think Nebraska got a steal here. Sure, that guy's in state. You got to do your homework. You got to get it right. But I expect him to continue to progress throughout the week as they get warm. It's a little chilly tonight, but as it starts to hopefully heat up a little bit, I think Daniel Kaelin is going to show out.
Well, I think the word with him is developmental upside, right? I think we saw that with a few different guys. Steve, I know you loved what you saw out of Ethan Grunkmeyer, the Penn State commit. Now, I think you put Trevor Jackson, who won the rail shot challenge, in that group as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Both those young men. You talked about Daniel Kaelin, the recruiting win for Matt Rule. Well, he was committed to Coach Drinkwitz there at Missouri. They're trying to rally here and get Trevor Jackson, who won the rail shot challenge, him and Ethan Grunkemeyer and Hoss Haney putting on a show in that competition and the camp. Look, guys, I thought DJ Lagway had a big night. He was at times was going throw for throw. The Florida commit with Dylan Raiola, they were in the same group. Julian Sayin was very consistent, had some big-time throws tonight. As we wrap this up, Cooper, you first. What were a couple other things that caught your eye?
I would say Colin Hurley, the LSU commit. There's been a lot of talk about him. He reclassed from 25 to 24, and this was a guy, he showed up. I think the last time we had a measurement on him, he was sub 6 foot. Now he's 6'1.5". He is a big physical in terms of the stature. It might be compact, but the arm pops as well. He's explosive. I think this is a guy, if you're Joe Sloan, quarterbacks coach, Mike Denbrock, offensive coordinator at LSU, and of course Brian Kelly, you got to be pretty excited. There's a lot of physical development yet to take place. He looks like he belongs out here, right? There's no grade difference physically or anything like that. So I liked what I saw out of him. Will Hammond out of Texas Tech, right? Joey McGuire, a really good get in the state of Texas. I think that's a guy that kind of popped tonight too.
I'm going to circle back to Lagway here, right? Biggest kid on hand. They had one of the drills where handoff, have to roll out, throw across your body. I thought Lagway made that look easy. And when I think about Florida's offense, what Billy Napier wants to do, right? They want to run the football. They're going to move that quarterback around. We saw it with Anthony Richardson. I think DJ Lagway can do just that. And coming into the event, we all kind of said, hey, is he going to shine in this type of setting? You know, stationary throws. I thought the accuracy was there. He made some big-time tosses. I liked him. You mentioned Will Hammond, the Texas Tech commit. Thought it was a solid night for him as well. I mean, and then Haas Haney, you brought him up. Not the biggest guy here, but he's short, he's compact, he's explosive, he can drive the football. I mean, that is an excellent take for the Horned Frogs.
And this was an excellent first night at the Elite 11 Finals. And for more coverage of this event, make sure you get to 24/7 Sports for top performers. And that's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow.